Welcome back. We're driving again. Gotta drop off some postage. I was doing a little research. I found a really there's flea markets and swap meets all the way up to Sacramento, and I'll probably end up only getting to Fresno. Maybe in the next month or so. I want to pay respect to my mom, my grandmother, and my uncle that are up there. I try to go up there once every 5 years just to kind of check in and learn a little bit more about my uncle. He's similar like me. He's a little crazy, but he's very emotional person, and I didn't know that until later in life. And he actually was pretty bummed out about what happened to my mom. Seriously bummed out, and more so than my other uncle, which he might have mourned, but he didn't have the same compass as Uncle Carl. Uncle Carl actually wanted to do something about it. And I'm like, oh shit. And you learn a lot when you find the right people to talk to. It actually helps me process what happened to me. And yeah, so Fresno is definitely on the chart, but anything like Sacramento's, there's that locker nut guy up there, storage locker guy, and there's tons of stuff happening up there, but I'm really not sure how far up without the proper like plan. It's hard for me to go 8 hours and then turn around 8 hours and then expect me to ship the next day or the following day, and it's just not realistic. But Fresno, if I ship everything out on Thursday and I can be back on Sunday, or where I can plan it a little better, I'll be excited about it, because it's supposed to be a pretty good swap meet. And there's a swap meet in Bakersfield, so I'm doing my research on maybe stops on the way, and the plan is to take a little bit more time on looking at products, and at least to find the products I like selling, and then so that'll be fun. I look forward to doing that. And I wanted to, it's not a report, I'm not giving you an in the news report like I've been trying to do with my shorts, but I read something about eBay might be shifting their shipping policies to where you have to use eBay shipping labels, which irritated me the other day. But then I started thinking about why, what could it do for the platform? What can it do for me? And then I started thinking about, like, best scenario. I'll give you an example. Pirate Ship gives you a pretty cheap discount to ship international, but you're supposed to do all the custom forms, and I had to stop doing it. I was losing way too much money with making mistakes, and so I went to eBay International Shipping, and I definitely saw a drop in how many I was shipping, and I had a lot of people reaching out for discounts. So I started thinking, I'm going, okay, so I'm already shipping eBay International, and I'm already shipping I'm already shipping eBay labels, so it wouldn't affect me. But I do ship Pirate Ship every once in a while when they won't let me ship media when it is a media, or if a postcard doesn't go to eBay shipping labels where you can get them for like 69 cents a shipping, I'll go to Pirate Ship and ship it as a stamp and just lose the tracking on it. But even though I know it's a postcard, so there's still mistakes in eBay and eBay shipping labels, and that's the only time I use Pirate Ship now. But if everybody was forced off Pirate Ship and Stamps.com and started using the same platform, all these eBay International shipping volume would go up, meaning there'd be a lot more listings on eBay International Shipping. And what will that do? And I'm like, well, in my case, it won't do anything, but it does. Now what we're doing is we're going to provide across the platform a fair value price if you list it correctly. meaning someone that can ship 8 ounce for $7.95 or $9.95 through pirate ship, I have to, the customer in Europe would have to pay like 19 using eBay International. So there wouldn't be no change. We'd be educating the buyer. Don't run the light. That was my fault there. So what it'd be doing is it'd be costing the buyer more money across the platform, which would make eBay more money, but at the same time it would be educating the buyers that everything's going up, and the price straight across the platform is now more in line. So it might increase my sales because I'm not competing against the people that are using pirate ship, getting cheaper shipping rates. So that, if you think about it, it's like there'll be more eBay International shipping items. If you price it, if you weigh it, and you measure it right, and you do everything correctly, you'll be competitive across the whole platform that's the same size, the same item. Instead of me having to go, like when I was sending magazines, I'm paying, like, the customer's paying almost $10 more a package. And that, they'll just pass my listing because they see, $20 something shipping, who's gonna want that? But if everybody's that right, then it gives me exposure to potential more customers willing to pay that because it's what is standard across the platform. So I'm excited about that. But in some ways, I don't like the idea of waiting to get paid when the item is delivered. I don't think that's fair because that gives eBay another chance to make 2 or 3% on that money for holding it for 5, 7, 10 days, whatever their plan is. But that's what they're rolling out in UK, and UK people are just going crazy. They kind of roll out and test this stuff in UK. So that I'm looking forward to seeing what happens there. Anything to make more sales international, I'm all for. And if you can level the platform by using all the same shipping labels, that means stamps.com and pirateship.com, they're gonna feel the pain. It's just like what they did to PayPal. They removed them from the payment process, and then they put them back, but it's like a choice now. It's not automatic paying through PayPal. So it's a big chunk of money. And the only issue I have now with this whole thing is holding our money, getting interest off it for the item to be delivered. But if I read it correctly, I heard it correctly. I have processed really bad when I read things. It's like you'll see me trying to read stuff and comprehending it. It takes me a lot longer. So now here I'm coming back with more information. What I'm hoping, where's I at? What I'm hoping is we can generate more sales international because it's a more flat playing field. Even though it's more money, they say we're going to be more competitive. It's really more money. It's more money, no matter what. If they don't lower their prices and be competitive international like pirate ship, the customer is going to pay for more. And if they see that across the platform, I'm stoked. Because my international sales have dropped off because I'm using eBay International. Because I better wait here. Yeah, so that okay, there's a red light. People are still coming, so that means they're running lights, and they're running another light, so they must not have a red. Well, he ran a light. Thank you, running that light. Every day there's something crazy going on in this neighborhood. It's just have to wait for it to happen. It's just, knock on wood, it's not going to happen. But so the only issue I have with this potential update, they're rolling it out in UK and they use it as a case study, and a lot of people are going to that new platform that's doing well, Vinted. And this platform there's like 2 or 3 European UK sellers, one with like 8 employees, talking about reducing their exposure on eBay. So Vinted is new and used clothes. They're targeting clothes first, and they're slowly rolling out different items. And this is why eBay is changing their strategy to pay out. And they're claiming it's the way they're paying out their fees until it arrives, because it's in standard to these other platforms. But I did like is that eBay might be responsible if the item doesn't get there. Well, this UPS, what, 5 out of 100 packages gets there? I mean, 5 don't get there? That's a lot. That means eBay would be on that, would be accountable to that. Just like they do with eBay International. If something doesn't show up or arrive there, they take the hit. So anything that kind of eliminates that exposure for me helps me. But I don't like the holding the fees. I don't think that's fair. We use those fees to pay for shipping, and if we need emergency money, we pull it out early. I have my eBay fee set up for once a month, so I get a big chunk. I know exactly how much I made. I can minus my expenses, and then there's only a little bit, and I'm like, oh, now it's going to be even worse. So I'm hoping eBay makes the right decision, that don't roll this out, and private sellers versus a casual seller, that might be rolling out. And that would be, they get casual seller as just a mom and pop that has a few items they want to get rid of out of their closet. They don't have to pay fees. So our listings will probably get buried under those, because we're full-time sellers, so they want those unique items to come up quicker. So I don't know, there's a lot of changes coming. I don't know what's going to happen here, but we're not going to talk about it much longer. We're gonna stay focused on the treasure hunt, finding good inventory, and what to look for, and start showing some antiques and collectibles, and be a little bit more whereas my thought process would be like the treasure map, and the flea market I'll make a map of and highlight the areas. I started doing it with one, but I'm going to be more in detail where they're at inside the parking lot. Like, I'll circle areas that the gold is at, and the treasure, the prospecting, meaning prospecting areas are probably new items that are collectibles or antiques, and I'll highlight the areas that are zoned for that at those flea markets or swap meets, and we'll make it work. I enjoy doing this. I like I only have my cat Boo Boo to talk to. And I don't I talk to my friends once a week. I try to don't overwhelm them, but I don't have anybody else. It's just me, and now you guys. And I'm looking forward to my next road trip. I think it might be Pasadena or Long Beach swap meet, and I think the Long Beach is a vintage swap meet. I haven't been there before, so I'm looking forward to maybe studying what type of videos have been made there, and see if I can do something a little different. And all right, so this is a little longer. Hey, I'm keeping them shorter. All right, guys, you have a great day. We'll check in with you guys soon. Bye.